Yeah, this is about funny stuff. Every day we try to escape handcuffs. No, we don't like living rough. Sometimes you gotta run away like super buff. You might not want to see what happens when you call our bluff. This is about funny stuff. Not all comedians are powder puffs. Yes, I am semi-tough like a Jigglypuff. Doing funny stuff so people care enough. You're doing funny stuff so people care enough. Welcome to Funny Stuff.
Okay, so there's one time, right? I was at Ricardo and I was with my boy Lenny. Now, let me tell you what Lenny do. Lenny gone and rob bank. Then, Lenny gone and steal a boat. Lenny was getting away. But then the cops catch him. They start chasing him on the seas. Now, during the race, there was this next crew. They had some stuff on them. They thought the police was after them. So they stopped racing and they started running. And when they started dumping stuff off their boat, Lenny get away. He bought me one beds after that. Hello, fans of Funny Stuff. Today, we talk about the NBA. Basketball is my favorite sport. Me, I'm an Indiana Pacer. Been there since Reggie Miller. But today I'm not talking about my Pacers. I want to let that go. We had malice in the palace. We don't talk about that. We won't talk about good things today. Well, as good as it can be, LA has done it again. That city has done magic. They've had magic, and they keep adding magic to the city. I don't know how they do it. They traded Kwame Brown for Paul Gasol. And they also traded Mr. Glass for Luka. Now, there has to be something going on under the table between those owners. Now, the first one from the Grizzlies, with the accepting the Kwame Brown for Paul Gasol, I would say he got in a gambling problem. And they was threatening his family, and so he gave up Paul Gasol. He went to LA and he started gambling too much. Built up too big a debt. That's what happened. With this Luka trade, I think Mark Cuban was either promised a better movie about his life, or the new owners fell in love with an LA girl. So listen, Indiana, y'all need to copy LA, okay? Because we need to be able to trade away Judd Bushler and get Jordan. And I ain't talking to the players. I ain't talking to the organization. I ain't talking to the fans in the city. Y'all have to get it popping, okay? Indiana. Y'all have to get it popping in Indiana. I don't know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to figure it out. Y'all need to get the city popping, okay? Make these people would stay and be there, alright? Okay. Let me tell y'all the great lie in existence and why we have Jedi powers here on Earth. The women use it all the time. Women's intuition. Women's just their sense about things, the way they know things. But you know what they do? They deny us from the Force. You know why? They tell us not to be sensitive. They tell us not to get in tune with our emotions. Now, you can't let it go too far. But and become a hooligan. There's no need to be hooligan. There's no need to be Sith. We should all be good Jedi. May the Force be with you. Alright, you don't believe me about the Jedi? Let's go to magic. Let's talk about why the female women, the witches, and the women who do voodoo, why they be the stronger ones, and why it's be more of them doing magic and getting away with doing magic, and then the men they tell us not to do it, but a bunch of them be doing it, and then it's be one dude who say, hey, I'm gonna do some magic, and then he's get killed. And he don't get killed by the other men. He's get killed by the women who's witches who don't want the men to have power in magic. Alright, y'all don't believe me. Alright, tell me why there's too cuckoo soup. There's a reason the Jedi had fell, because they was wrong. Ain't no one supposed to be alone that long. Ever. If you want to be alone, that's your choice. But you shouldn't force other people to be alone when they could do stuff and they have these powers. You see? They supposed to be allowed to do what they supposed to do, you see? It's that a color is evil, or that one color represents evil. Anyone with that kind of mindset is a Sith, or even if he's a Jedi, then he was a retarded Jedi, or the Jedi just retarded. And then Yoda needed to burn them books in the first place. And so, let me say it like this. So, let me get out of the Jedi world and let me get into the real world. You are a Nazi if you think and you use one color to represent evil. You are promoting the narrow-minded ignorance in life. And we have to stop you from doing this foolishness. You gotta stop using black to represent evil all the time, okay? Some of us black people are good, okay?